Abdurrahman produced the astonishing figures of 9 for 65 as Somerset completely dominated the opening day of their final LV County Championship match at home to the already relegated Worcestershire. Daryl Mitchell batted on winning the toss, and he and his opening partner Philip Hughes got their side off to a fine start on a dry pitch in Taunton. Worcestershire have known their fate for some time but were only relegated last week. Their season has been a mix of matching their opponents for several sessions, only to lose their way with a bad session here and another one there, and this day was to sum up their season perfectly. Mitchell and Hughes comfortably put on 74 in the first hour against a side who are vying for the runners-up spot in this season's LV County Championship. But once Abdurrahman came on, the game changed dramatically. He ended his first over by having the advancing Hughes held by Marcus Trescothick after easing to 42. 2 balls later, Abdurrahman struck again to remove Mitchell. James Hildreth the catcher this time. The signs that it was going to be the Pakistani's day were soon there, although he was denied a third wicket when Moeen Ali was put down. We then witnessed something rather rare. Ali came down the wicket to hit Abdurrahman for a straight 6. Before next ball, the batsman added a 7 to that for 13 runs off just 2 deliveries. Such things helped the visitors total to 94 before Abdurrahman struck for the 3rd time, taking a simple catch off his own bowling to get rid of Neil Pinner for 6. Seeing the ball turn, Trescothick now gave Arul Sapire a chance, and he had Alexei Kavesi dropped behind by Steve Snell. The batsman's reaction to that was to take 3 fours off the next over, bowled by Abdurrahman. It was a thoroughly entertaining morning session, which ended with Ali clipping the left-arm spinner's quicker delivery to Chris Jones at short leg at 119 for 4. The afternoon session went the same way as the morning one. After a reasonable start in which Kavesi advanced to 40, Somerset fought back through Abdurrahman, who after switching ends had Kavesi LBW. He followed that up with another leg before decision in his next over, the ball clipping Brett D'Oliveira's pad before the middle of his bat. 2 balls later and the one-man show continued as Abdurrahman produced something unplayable to bowl Anish Kapil for 22. The spinner now had all 7 wickets but was denied a 10-fer by Peter Trigo, who finally got off 48 wickets for the summer by having Chris Russell taken behind at 179 for 8. Nick Harrison and Ben Cox were able to momentarily stop the flow of wickets and take their side beyond 200 as they added 23 runs for the 9th wicket, but this was Abdurrahman's day and he then finished off the Worcestershire innings. Harrison was bang in front for 10 at 204 for 9. And then Alan Richardson gave the bowler his first 9-wicket haul with another LBW. Worcestershire were all out for 212 and there were high fives all round as Abdurrahman ended with the awesome figures of 24 overs, 8 maidens, 9 for 65, bettering his previous best of 8 for 53. The analysis was also the best by any bowler this summer, beating Graham Onion's 9 for 67 against Notts last month, and the best by a Somerset player since Andy Caddick's 9 for 32 against Lancashire 19 years ago. Somerset would have come into this match, the last for their energetic director of cricket Brian Rose, with a fair amount of confidence after chasing down an unlikely 396 to beat Sussex in Hove last week, a victory which has given them a good chance of finishing in 2nd place. No mean effort given the amount of injuries to key men they've suffered with this summer. Trescothick has of course missed a large part of this summer, but he's in form right now, and with Sapire put on 147 in that run chase last week. By the end of this day they closed in on that partnership and will now be aiming to go on even further. Trescothick was first to his half-century, which was made off 75 balls with 9 fours. Sapire wasn't far behind. Worcestershire's Ali and D'Oliveira didn't have the skills in their armoury which are possessed by Abdurrahman, and Sapire proved that by whacking the former for a maximum. Sapire's 50 arrived 3 balls later as he struck his 7th 4 to reach the half-century mark off 70 deliveries, slightly quicker than his partners in fact. Somerset were already taking total control of this match on the ground that last year's title was won by Lancashire. It surely won't be too long before Somerset are celebrating their own success. By the close, Sapire had overtaken Trescothick and they may now have a battle on day 2 to see which one can register their 100 first. Certainly, Worcestershire have it all to do to redress the balance in this contest. Somerset will resume on the second morning on 142 without loss, which already leaves them just 70 runs adrift. Sapphire has 73 and Trescothick 66.